Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am gonna do my favorites, recent faves and current faves. I don't like to do like maybe May, June or whatever because some of these products I've had longer than that. So it's gonna be recent and current faves. Okay, so I'm gonna start out with how I do my makeup. So I'm gonna start off with face, and I'm still loving my Milk Hydrogrip primer. That's why I said I don't want to do it a month. This is Bay. I've tried the Cover FX primer and I went back a little bit to the Tatcha primer, and I've always come back to this. I'm wearing this today and I'm trying to wear most of the stuff I'm talking about. I'm wearing it in this video today. So it should be no surprise for foundation. It's the Givenchy Everwear Teint Couture Foundation. I have it in this shade. I think it's N430. I'm blind as a bat, but I'll make sure I list the correct shade in the description box. This has been my fave. I'm obviously wearing it today. I think it's so beautiful. It looks like skin. I think it's a great match for me because you guys know my neck is a lot lighter than my face. It looks very natural. I feel so pretty when I wear it, and this has just been even when I've worn my mask, because I don't wear full face of makeup when I wear my mask, I've been putting it on my forehead. So concealer, because I loved the foundation so much, I decided, you know what, let me check out the concealer. And I got it in the shade 40, and I love the concealer as well. And I've also been wearing this, putting a little bit on my forehead, a little bit under my eyes, like so it wouldn't touch the mask. This is great too. It has the same effect where it just melts into your skin. It never creases on me. It looks very natural. This shade though, I don't know. When I was selecting the shades off of the Sephora website, this was like seemed the most comfortable for me when I looked at the undertones. But now, because I think it says golden, this has a lot of peach in it to me. But I still like it. I think it still gives my under eye a nice color. And I'm also wearing this today in this video, so I've been loving these two as a combo. Now for under eye powder, I got a little bougie. I got the Chanel. This is the natural finish loose powder. I saw Andrea Renee here on YouTube use it one day. I don't remember what video she was filming, but she pulled this out and she was putting it on her eye, and I was like, okay. And I checked it out. I purchased it, and I love this powder. It's more on the neutral side though. I wish it had a little bit more yellow, but still, it's so lovely. Have it under my under eyes today. It gives a flawless finish. Lasts all day. This doesn't crease on me either. As soon as you put it on and you start patting it in, you can just see like it's just blurring your under eye. It looks so pretty. So I've been loving this. Now for cream contour, I'm constantly using the Fenty Cheeks Out collection cream bronzer. I have it in 06 Chocolate. I'm still considering getting the darker shade, the last shade. But you guys have seen this. This is what it looks like. I am wearing it today. I love it, especially for, it's not as deep as it looks in the pan, like I've said before. So this is like natural for me. So this is every day. And I've been putting it on my forehead, but I'm not putting it here when I have my mask on. So this has been in heavy rotation. And of course, bronzers. I've been loving the Kosas bronzer, and I've been loving the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, but I have been wearing this non-stop. I've been putting it on my forehead. I'm obviously wearing it today. I just feel like it bronzes me up, kissed by the sun. I think it looks so pretty. I absolutely love this bronzer. Love it, love it, love it. And oh, it's so gorgeous. And I'm still loving my Sephora, the number 80 bronzing brush to apply this product. It's dirty because I just used it. Look how it's so good. It just feels, oh, it's so good. Get this brush. So those are the two bronzers that I've been loving. You know what? I'm not going to switch to the eyes because that's how I do my makeup. Let's stay with the face. Now, I've been loving the Cheeks Out blushes as well, but I've been loving Fuego Flush, and I finally got the brush. It finally came back in stock and I got the brush. So I've been using these two together. I'm wearing it on my cheeks today, the Fuego Flush. But what I noticed with this brush to apply this blush, if you like dip the brush directly in and you tap it on your cheek or whatever, it doesn't pop. It doesn't show up as if, like when you put your finger. When I use my finger to apply this, so I use my finger to apply it, and then I go in with this brush and I blend it out, and it's just so beautiful. And I love this brush, and so that's an instant favorite for me. And I still love this as well. This does a great job with when I'm doing my contour. I didn't contour today. I just went in with that bronzer. It's everything. And so I still love this brush as well. So this has been my go-to blusher when I do a full face of makeup. And for like, you know, putting any kind of highlight on my face or whatever, I have been loving the Bronzejour from the MAC, the Bronze collection. I've also been putting it on like my décolletage area sometimes, and I've been using that same brush to brush it out. When I put it on my cheeks, I've been putting it on my finger. I've been using the Fenty brush to spread it out, and I have been loving this. I used a lot out of it already because one day I went like this and a whole bunch came out, but this is gonna last a very long time. So I have been loving this so much. All right, what else? Oh, another highlighter, but this is a highlighter palette from Jaclyn Hill, and I have it in the deeper shade, and this is the Flare. I am also wearing colors from this palette today. I've been loving to mix these two, like this one and this one, diagonal across. I think mixing those two, it gives such a beautiful color, as you can see. And then on top of this blush from Fenty, it's everything. So this has been, and this palette is spectacular, guys. The formula, everything about this palette. So I think it was worth the 40-something dollars I paid for it, although it was on sale when I first bought it. And I said I'm not going to talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. And setting spray. You guys know that I love my Murphy setting spray. Love it, still do. But I got this little Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. It came in the honey packaging because I got the little honey set from Haute Look. And I love this All Nighter. I've always heard so much about the All Nighter. I've never used it. I don't think I've ever used the All Nighter. I hope I'm not lying on myself, but I don't remember ever using All Nighter. It's good. I used it today. My makeup just lasts so long when I use this All Nighter. I'm considering getting it as like to use maybe along with my Murphy setting spray. This is good. I know this sells at Sephora, so I don't have to go to Ulta to get it. All right, and of course, my Bronzelite from the MAC Bronze collection. I used a little bit today, but how I've been using it, sometimes I just go full on because I don't care. Like last weekend, I just went full on. But today when I sat down to do this video, I mostly sprayed on like the side of my face for that highlight. So I went in like on the side and I sprayed it that way. And I've also been putting it on my like that décolletage area. So let me put some now. And it just looks nice. Don't look too hard, girl, because I'm wearing the strapless and I have a regular bra and I had to like tuck it in. So I had to tuck the straps in. Look at me telling on myself. Anywho, so is that all for the face? Yes, that's all like my favorite products that I've been using and I've been loving for the face. Okay, so let's jump to the eyes. And as you can see, your girl went all the way out of her comfort zone with these colors or whatever. So I know, but I've been using a lot of quads. Like, it's very quick or whatever. But we got to start with the Divine Rose palette. And recent and current, this is just current. I know I just got this palette. And I can officially say this is my favorite of all her Mothership palettes. It's so good. I have been playing. I did a review on this already. It's currently up on my channel. I think that was my last video that I posted. So today I use Sextra Terrestrial, the gorgeous shade right here, on my lid, because when I first used this shade, I couldn't see how spectacular it was while filming it. But in the comments, everybody was, because when I film and I edit my videos on my laptop, I hate watching the video when it goes live. I never like sit down and watch my videos. It's very cringy. And so, but everybody was talking about the shift and how it looked, and I started looking for the shift. And when I looked back at the video, I was like, oh my God, that's a spectacular color. So today I vamped it up. I put a little green liner to make the green pop. So I used this liner from Fenty Beauty to add to that. And like I said, I've been loving little palettes and little quads. And since I had loved my Viseart palette, the Milieu palette, so much, which was like my first 12-pan palette from Viseart, I went back and I got the, this is the Warm Nudes palette. Love it so much. Love it just as much as I love the Milieu palette. So I've been using this a lot. So today with this look, I went in with this shade right here in my outer crease and I just blended through. But everything else is the Sextra Terrestrial shade. No, I'm lying. I put a little bit of this bronze shade right here. I don't remember the name of it, but I know it has bronze in the name. I put a little bit of that in my tear duct. But I love how this look came out. I'm so proud of myself for playing with color. I love this so much. Like, I don't think I've ever raved about a McGrath palette like this before. I love this palette so much. All right, so I already mentioned the Warm Nudes palette that I've been loving from Viseart. This has definitely been a favorite. I'm glad I picked it up. And I've also been loving this Sassy Siennas from Dose of Colors. I got this in my BoxyCharm and I kind of put it to the side because I was like, oh, another eyeshadow palette. And I have so many. And one day I needed like a warm brown. I saw it and I picked it up and I'm hooked, guys. Like most of the times, especially when I use my Tom Ford palettes that I'm going to talk about in a minute, I have been using these two shades right here. They are spectacular. I didn't know Dose of Colors made such good formulas. I mean, I have the Desi and Katie palette, which I hardly reach for. I don't know why, but these are buttery and creamy and soft and they blend with no fallout. Love this little palette. It's so easy to carry if I were traveling anywhere. All right. So like I said, I've been into quads because a lot of the times I've been focusing mostly on my eye makeup, which I never really did before. But since I'm wearing the mask, I've been, playing a lot with eyes. And so the three palettes I'm going to talk about are my Tom Ford palettes. And I have one that's been discontinued. We talk about that last. I literally tracked that down. I got it for a good price. Anywho. So the ones that have been in heavy rotation is I've been wearing African Violet a lot. I haven't been wearing the lilac shade that much, but I've been playing with the orange, the gold, and the brown shades, obviously. And a lot of times when I do my makeup, I'm going to work. And so I don't want to be up in there with, a whole bunch of bright colors. Not that I would anyway. Love this palette. There's hardly any fallout. Beautiful, beautiful investment. What else? And then I've been loving Pretty Baby. This, I couldn't, it's like I still can't believe this. This turned out to be a palette that It's one of my favorite from Tom Ford. It's Pretty Baby. I wore this on my channel before. I think the shade right here, it's like a dual chrome purpley pink shade right here. This sets the tone for the entire palette, and it doesn't matter what's around it. As long as you put this on, it just makes your whole eye pop. Like, I've worn this a few times, and people have always asked me, what do I have under my eyes? This is a very beautiful palette. Just looking at it, you would never guess. Don't be afraid of this palette. It's not boring at all. Well, it does look a little boring when you first get it, but it's not. All right. And the other palette that I've been just loving is the one that's been discontinued. Where is it? And it's Cognac Sable. And I kept seeing it popping up because, you know, when you start buying like stuff, they're watching you. There's somebody out there watching, because all of a sudden I see it popping up in ads, and I'm seeing it when I go on YouTube, and I'm like, why? It's discontinued, but I'm seeing it so much. But then when I looked at the shades, your girl had to have it. I tracked it down on Macari. I got it brand new for a very reasonable price. It was just a little over the normal price that it was. This is so beautiful, and I'm obsessed with this shade right here. I don't even have to wet it. I just take a little bit on my Sonia G Sky Eye Set, which of course is in my favorites. And it's hard for me to go back to my other brushes now. Once you start using brushes like these, when you go back to your regular brushes, you're like, oh, and that's me right now. So I'm constantly washing them so I can reuse them, and they've been holding up nicely. I may have to have like a backup or find comfortable brushes. Anywho, so this palette I've been loving, and I hate talking about it because it's discontinued, but it's so good. I am talking about my favorites, so I will mention it. All right, so let's talk about what I've been loving for my lips. Now, this pencil from Makeup Forever. Now, this is a multi-use pencil. It's brow, eye, and lips. I have it. I carved out my brows. I filled in my brows with this today. It's so good. It's so creamy. It's called Dimensional Dark Brown. This is what it looks like. It's so pretty. I've worn it as eyeliner sometimes when I don't want to put on like really black eyeliner, and I'm wearing it on my lips today, mixed in with CTRL, because on the lips it can look a little harsh and a little dark. So I usually, mostly when I use it on my lips, I put it like around like just the outskirts, just outline, and then I'll fill in my lips with CTRL from ColourPop. But I love this for my brows. I struggle with my brows, like I've said a million times. Every time I think I found my holy grail, it's not. But I love this because it's easy. It's not a pomade. I'm not dipping. Excuse me. It's not felt tip. It's just a pencil. So I just put it on, I fill in, and then when I do my lips, I love the way it looks. Now, as far as lip products, my friend told me about these Huda Beauty lipsticks. These are her retro lipsticks. These have been out forever, but they're new for me, and I am obsessed with the formula of these lipsticks. Today I'm wearing, which one am I wearing today? I'm wearing, I think this is Game Night. No, I'm wearing Last Night on my lips today. I love the muted gray brown tone. I think it's so flattering on my skin tone. This is what it looks like. Love the bullet, but the formula of it, I'm just going to give a quick little swatchy here. It's, it's so creamy, but yet matte. So good, stays on my lips all day. Doesn't crack on my lips, doesn't crease. I'm so glad she told me about these lipsticks. They are so good. And I got 3, and I love all 3. So I got, just bear with me. I'm trying to figure what this one is. Board Meeting, and I got Game Night. So let me just give a quick swatch. This is Game Night. Game Night, so pretty, has like a nice rosy pink tone to it. And Board Meeting, I love the magnetic kind of cover. Board Meeting is very, very nude, and I love that because it has a little peach in there. Been loving these lipsticks, and sometimes I have been wearing it with a gloss, and the gloss that I've been loving is the Lip Glass from the MAC Bronze collection. I loved everything in that collection, And I don't have the little eyeshadow out now because I haven't really worn it that much, so I didn't want to bring it out. It's favorite, but I haven't been playing with it. So, and this is in Summer Cromance, and I've been using this a lot over lipstick, like when I do a full face of makeup. So I have been loving this so much. So these are some of my favorite. Did I miss anything? Some of my favorite products, recent products that I've been loving so much. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. To all my new subscribers, thank you. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. For all, I mean, there's so many other channels you could have subscribed to. I'm so grateful you subscribed to mine. And also, I also want to mention, which I said I was going to mention in the beginning of the video, there's been a lot of Black creators here on Instagram who've, you know, put up posts saying tag a beauty YouTuber of color, whatever. And I have gotten so many tags. I was shocked. I'm like, oh, I'm a YouTuber. And so whoever tagged me, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I was humbled because I was like, you know, I'm getting tagged, and I was so happy about that. Anyway, guys, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.